Hey guys, today we're going to be learning how to make rooms. There's a few things you need to have. If you haven't already watched this video over here, I recommend watching. So when you making a room, when you're using the imvu reference that you need to have, the example 3D room, you already know how, how to clean a little bit before starting working with it. Okay, so here we have our example that the imvu gives us. I already have everything the way I want it. So to start in our room, first we need to take some things off and hide some things that we don't need actually for now. So we don't need the camera, we don't need this, we don't need anything of this actually. We just need the room mesh itself. Then we're just gonna hide all this crap for now. Oh, maybe we left the girl standing. The rest can go, yeah. Alright, and then we right click on here and we add selection, and we only need this for now. So with this we know the size of our avatar, and we can make like a reference of how big it's gonna be our work. Just close this. Okay, so for example, I start by doing a box on the top view. For example, just gonna make a box. Let's say I don't like too big rooms, so let's select this. I press Alt X to see how it's looking. It's not too big actually. It's alright. So I'm just gonna give you some hints of, basically the same thing as furnitures. I'm just gonna give you some ideas that I normally give to my rooms. Okay, first we can delete this for now. We don't need this anymore. The girl standing, we can hide her now, because I'm not happy with the size of this size. Okay, so I don't want any more bigger, so I'm just gonna play with those. I'm gonna make a room like this. Let's say like this. You can make rooms in different shapes. Remember, I'm just using a box now because that's how I'm gonna do the first room to show you guys. But you can actually do work with splines. Remember, you can, for example, make a room the shapes you want with splines. Then, like we saw on the other videos, you just extrude it, and you can get your room as well in the shape you looking for by using the splines. So now back to our box. Remember, this is Alt X to see the inside, and not why the inside, because when we're making a room we don't want to work outside, because that's going to give you more trouble. So if you work already in the inside, the normals right now are outside. This is a normal face. This side is what's going to show on the view, not the inside. And how we make to show the inside, it's something called, we can flip. We can select the entire mesh like this, and we can flip. Now we're going to see the inside and not the outside. As you can see, I cannot select those faces now, because when I put the ignore back face, he selects the inside faces. Okay, let's take this out. Let's make our box again back to normal. Let's put it. I like to work with different colors. Picky. Just gonna add a random material here. More darker. It's okay. Okay, so the other way to do this, we have an option here called normal, that we can flip all the normals, and there you go. Now we are working in the inside, and when we put edit poly, we already are working the inside and not the outside. Okay, that's the second option. So we're gonna use edit poly. Oh, and I'm just gonna use this way, flip, and there you go. Okay, nothing's to add in your room. Now this is a room. There's a lot of rooms just like this. Alright, but how to add nice details to your room by just using edit poly on it. For example, first of all, before this, I recommend adding a little bit more segments so you don't have to work out. For example, let's take the poly out. Not this one. For example, this one, so you have more things to work, more textures to add this way. For example, there you go. So now we go back to our edit poly and we flip the normals. Remember, the normals always have to be flipped. And you can use Alt X so it's more easy to work when you're working the inside, because if you now remember, this side is not going to show up on imvu. It's going to be like only the inside. This is where it's going to be like visible. This is a see-through without actually adding a node for the see-through, just using the flip normals. Okay, so for example, let's say we add details here. We can go on edge, for example, and we loop this edge. Then we select this one and we loop this edge. Let's select all those edges around here. I'm gonna work this here so you guys can see better. And for example, we can chamfer those edges here. So we give like, whoa, 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 whoa. So we give like more detail in these corners. You can make them round if you like to. For example, apply and fix and apply. This is a lot of detail. Remember, don't overdo it on the detail. But for example, this is an example. Another thing, this is all with the tools we learned from all the videos I've been doing. You can just, for example, come these three walls and we can inset them. We can do it by polygon if you want like some kind of window effect, for example. Okay, and then we can bevel them out. So we give like that look that everyone likes. A bit inside. Oh, that was too much. Oh, there you go. For example, now he has like this little effect over here. Yeah, so this is effects that I'm teaching, showing that you can do to your rooms, and they look pretty awesome. You can even do that on the floor as well. You can inset the floor. You can do, for example, a group here. You want, let's say, you want this area to be like more down in the example, like this, let's say. Then you can add a ladder here if you want. Just by you can add a ladder by doing the ladder the way you want. You can, for example, just put boxes. Or you can put planes, or you choose now. It's your creativity. I'm just gonna show you like the basics of it, things you can make in your room. There we go. Now, for example, there you go. Now we have our room in this shape. See what we can do more to show you guys. Well, you can, let's say, chamfer this one like this. Let's inset a little bit. Oh, I think it broke there. Why did it broke? Oh, the outline. There you go. Example, like for a lamp effect, whatever. Just play with this edit poly. You can make pretty awesome tools. And remember, of course, you have the standard and the splines to help you. For example, I'm gonna make a cylinder here. Make this. I'm gonna play with it a bit. There you go, we have our cylinder there. Make sure by using the views here you don't screw up out of the room. For example, let's say I want a pillar in this corner. As you can see now, it's down because I'm using the whole reference. So make sure you're using the top reference. There is this one around here. You can even add more, like I'm showing you guys here, and then you can apply them to the room after. For example, let's say I want a pillar here. Uh, we can edit poly this pillar as well. Can do stuff with them as well, if you would like to. We can set a little bit, the same techniques basic over and over again. Oh, this is not gonna. No, this is just creativity. Just play around with it. Get out what you're looking for. Alright. Remember, this is a solid one, so the normals will always be seen. Even if he's like here, you're gonna see the back of the pillar. Always. Example, there you go. What more to say about rooms? Basically just making furniture items. So now we can then attach. There we go. Now we have our pretty room basically done. So now what we need to add more is we need to add, like we did on the furniture, we add our assignments, like the material assignments. You can, for example, if you want just one texture for the entire floor, you can see, put ignore backface. You can put like this, and then add some extra detail on those over there. And then on the unwrap map, we can fix this and make it look nice. There we go. For example, you can make other detail over here, or you can put one color here. No, the same process. I'm just gonna show you the difference in the room with the lights and the camera position and those kind of stuff. I will make videos showing you guys how to make reflect. Now I'm just gonna show you the basic. The reflect is actually very easy. I'll show you after. Alright, so now let's unhide all the stuff we had. Alright. So now to fix the camera position, we have the root target and the root. So we have the root target, there it is, right here. Let's say I want, when the camera comes in, I want to be like pointing over there, and now I grab the camera. See if I can get, there we go. And I want like showing up when the people load the room like this. So when people load the room, it's gonna show up around there. I don't have the show safe frame, but it's alright. It's gonna be something like this. There you go. So now we have lights. So what can I say about lights? They're all attached to the loaded room. I'm gonna use the lights that are here. We have Omni Light. What Omni Light does is, as you can see the effect, it's like a source of light that goes in all directions. I like to use Omni Light normally, but my rooms basically I don't put any lights, only if I'm doing a specific room. You can add more than one Omni Light, obviously it gets more lighter, and you can add those effects. For example, let's say you want some light coming out of this pillar over here. Not even close, but for example, you have a source of light that comes from this pillar, and you can actually raise this influence you have. You can make it more brighter, as bright as you want it to be, or more darker, like even to the candle effect, for example. This is where you put the light. And if you want more omnis, you can just do one, and as long as it's attached to the node room, you can just shift and drag, sorry, and you make another one. You can make as many Omni Lights as you like until you have the right effect you're looking for. Say I want this more bright. There you go. And I have another one over here. Now we have spotlight, like the name says, it's a spotlight. So as you can see, it has like this cylinder thingy. So basically it's like a spot that's gonna point one place and it's gonna illuminate only that place. So basically it's like a spotlight. So you can then, I will teach you how to animate those lights. You can actually animate them as well. There you go, this is spotlight. Basically it's just a target spot, like the name says. Not much to explain here, just you have to understand. It's just one target light. Compared to the Omni lights goes all around directions. The spotlight is just influenced by one spot and only one. It's the spot she's pointing at. And you can change the values as in the Omni Light. But as you can see, it doesn't cover all the room, so it's just a plain spot target. Just to illuminate a target or whatever she's pointing at. For example, the car, I have no idea how to say the car front lights. There you go, for example. I'm gonna put it like this, so we see the difference. So we have here our seat guy. We're not gonna need our seating guys, so we're gonna take this out. We're gonna take our seating guy out. And we have here is our standing lady. If I remember now, now you just need to add one spot. I don't know if they fixed that or not, because there was like some kind of update they did, and normally you have to put more than one spot to make them add. But this is where the spots, the people are going to show up. So the camera points. Where's the camera point? The camera pointing right there. So let's say I wanted to show rounding right here. This is where the standing spots of people are going to show right on the top of the line. So make sure the nodes, she's not like touching. There you go. You can see by using the reference they gave. There you go. Now when you have her in place, just click and delete it so you don't have any problems later. And here we have our room here set up. Our simple room. We had some lights. There you go. Remember, the lights are always attached to the node room, and the standing poses attached to the skeleton room, as the camera as well. So I'm not going to show you how to unwrap because it's the same as the furniture, and if you watch the video of the furniture, it's the same thing. So you add the IDs like we did on the furniture video, and then you add the material as how many you have. For example, if you merge, let's see if I have the couch. I think I saved. Glad I think obviously I saved, but I think I have the couch here. So the couch we did before. If we now call the couch, there you go. There's our couch. We can actually get the material as you can see here. There you go. Now you don't have to type all of this again. So we already have 22 different materials here. So you can just add to your room. And there you go. So since I'm going to use just one material, because I'm just going to show you guys, I'm going to select everything. Oh, let's ignore everything out, because a pillar there. And I'm going to use just material 1. Oh, I just used mesh smooth. And okay, let's add just some crazy material. There you go. Choose that one. Remember, this is watch the furniture video of unwrapping if you don't know how to unwrap, because I'm not going to teach everything here again. So I'm just going to teach this like you can just make a wall and make that wall just can't fit it. Oh, you can make that wall one texture only, or you can make them individual. That's then your call on how you're going to make your room. The same goes for every place around here. You can just choose the way you want your textures to go in. But remember, just a small tip. I'll always make this one texture, one different ID than this one, so people can add the contrast, and make sure you align them properly when you're doing them. Make sure you get the right positioning, and then you fit them properly. All right. What can I say more? I said about the lights, da da da, unwrap. Remember on the unwrap to render your templates to 255, just once. You don't need to render them all the time. Just the final unwrap one. You save it. And now we have skin. The skin, like in the furniture, this is going to be in the skeleton room. It's the same thing. You just select all the vertices of the room, and you come here and you rigid and put one. And our room is done. It's ready to export. Not that hard. Okay, so I'll make another video showing how to export and working on the imvu. So thanks for watching, guys.